Shit, I should have jumped off. They jumped off already. Shit. We're swimming to Daenerys. Zigadgetson. It's a pretty long swim. It's not too bad though. I've done a lot longer. I think the longest swim I've ever done is from Westfall to Arathi. Swimming from Westfall right here all the way to here. That's the longest swim I've ever done. That's a pretty long swim.
Jumping up and down the floor. My head is an animal, and once there was an animal. It had a son that mowed the lawn. The son was an okay guy.
What's fun is taking a level 1 Night Elf in regular vanilla WoW, not Turtle WoW, and basically swimming from... You take a level 1 Night Elf, and you go from the Night Elf area. You take the boat to the wetlands. And then from the wetlands, you swim to Westfall. From the wetlands, you swim to Westfall. And then you cut up through here. Right? Actually here, sorry. You cut up through the beach here, up along the edge. And then you cut right up through here, right through here to the road, and cut over. So you can get to basically take a level 1 Night Elf in vanilla all the way to the starting human area without dying. I've done that on hardcore, which is kind of fun. Freaks people out when they see a level 1 hardcore character. Like when I played Classic WoW Hardcore, when I would take a level 1 hardcore Night Elf all the way to the human area, they're like, what the hell's a level 1 Night Elf hardcore player doing in the human area? You mean the hardcore rogue, the 19? Yeah, the one that died to the rare Murloc. Yeah, that kind of sucked. Rogues are always fun, but honestly, rogues get. I don't want to say rogues are boring, but rogues are really fun. And they're really great at 60, but they do get a little bit tedious, boring. I mean, not boring. They get a little tedious leveling just because you're spamming, kind of just spamming the same skills a lot. It's pretty fun though. I like rogues. They're super fun in PvP and they're super fun in dungeons because of your stealth ability. So yeah, and they're actually the builds too. They have some pretty interesting builds too. Vanilla.
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
Yeah. And check this out. See how bright this is? So much better. Yeah, rogues are cool. I like rogues. I mean, there aren't very many classes I don't like in WoW. I have a hard time with warlocks and shamans. Those are the only classes that I don't know, for whatever reason, I have a hard time with those. They're good classes, but I think in they're I think I enjoy them in later versions of World of Warcraft, but in vanilla I just don't like them as much.
Talk to me. Off with you. Watch your back.
Hi, how are you? Alrighty then.
Salutations. Daylight's burning. Can I help you? Be seeing you.
Oh, what was underwater? This? Yeah. This was underwater in like Cataclysm, I think. You had to go all the way to Cataclysm.
Take all your chances while you can.
It's Daisy.
Never know when
Right
they'll
here.
pass you by. Like a sum the mathematician cannot solve. Like me,
Yeah, this is Turtle WoW, so this is basically like vanilla WoW, you know?
Hey there.
Let's see. Are you playing? Hey Paul, are you playing on this? If you're not playing on Turtle WoW, you should create an account and play it. It's super fun. Now find Daisy. Thought she was right here. I've done this quest before. Huh, weird.
if I had the chance to start again, then you
What's up?
would be the one I'd come
Have a good one.
and find. Like the poster of Berlin on my wall.
Hey, how you doing?
Maybe there's a
Maybe it's just bugged. This might just be bugged. Must be because I've done this before, but seems like it's bugged currently. Hey, Voss. Good morning. Oh. Oh. It is early. And Tassaron server? Yeah, I'm not familiar with Tassaron server. Never heard of that one. He's 100. And that low mana sound. So loud. Good lord, it just keeps going off, doesn't it? So I got this new skill lost called True Shot, and it's total garbage. It's like all it does, it's basically like a regular auto shot, only it does like an additional 10 damage. It's like, what's the point? An additional 10 damage is not even worth the mana. You know, instead of doing like 150 damage, it does like 160. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. It's just like, I put it on my bar and was using it, and I was like, this is straight up garbage. Like, here's True Shot, right? So, let's say I go up to the Scorpion. And I attack him, right? So, my regular auto shot did 90 damage there, right? So, let's see, 90 damage, let's see. 104 damage, and then I do, oh, this massive True Shot. And it did 103, it did 103 damage. It's like, why bother? Oh my god. What a terrible ability. How was it? And how was it? Cool. Yeah, I was thinking about going survival when I hit around level 45. Because that should be high enough to where I can actually get down deep enough into the survival tree. Yeah, that was a good change. That was definitely a good change, but the freaking aspect of the wolf needs to be fixed. He's still on and on about that guy. The lore guy. Yeah, the wolf does well. I was using the kitty pet, but the kitty just he was getting beat up too much. And my wolf's actually way too. He's only level 31, so my wolf's 4 levels beneath me. You know what I mean? Well, now he's only 3 levels beneath me. And actually, at level 32, he gets. What does he get? He gets something. Oh, he gets bite rank 5 at level 32. So, he doesn't get stamina and armor until 36. I think he's already got fire resist, right? Hey, Moloko, how's it going, man? Yeah, so the wolf does pretty good. I love wolves. He just mana drained me. Mana burn, really? Yeah, they're good. I just like wolves. The thing I like about wolf is I don't have to worry about like changing pets in and out. I can actually just use this 20 attack power. I can use this pet for almost everything because his damage is going to be pretty decent dungeons, and his tanking is pretty good for solo with my macros. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with my macros. Long cooldown Serpent Sting. I didn't realize Serpent Sting had that long of a cooldown. No cooldown. Weird. I didn't think there was a cooldown. So I was wondering. It wouldn't let me cast Serpent Sting there for some reason. That was weird. I cast Serpent Sting. Let's try casting it again. Oh, I was out of mana, that's why. Okay. No mana. No mana. Yeah, with the 12 slot bag. Nice. And the whole new little town here inside of Shimmering Flats. The new Turtle WoW edition.
Yo.
It's a really nice healing clubs.
Keep it real.
You'd think that they'd put this here, that they'd actually put some quests here, but I have not found
Yo.
any quests here. Flag. But it's nice that it's here, you can vendor stuff. Nah, I don't think cast sequence ever worked on this server. I don't think. It's a vanilla server. Cast sequence doesn't work. Cast sequence doesn't, I don't think works in vanilla. Although I'm not sure because I don't use cast sequence. I never use cast sequence. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't use cast sequence, so I used cast sequence like on a warlock once, like a long time ago, because it, on a warlock can be kind of, at least at the time, I thought it was useful. Like throw this buff up, whatever. What changed? They're different than in Florida. What's different than in Florida? But I just, in my personal opinion, cast sequences are just bad because they get you in the habit of relying on a macro to like use skills. It's better off just using them individually on individual keybinds. Oh, the alligators, yeah, they're definitely different. They're definitely different in Florida. Yeah, you're better off just like what I do is I use skills I keybind in a way that makes it almost feel like it's a cast sequence, even though it's not. So, like for example, if I was gonna throw, corruption on a target, I might have that key bound to A, and then if I was gonna do like immolate, or like if immolate would be A, and then corruption would be like, shift A or something, whatever order it's in. If I had a spell I was gonna cast first, it would be A, and then if I always cast a spell after that one, it would be Shift A. That way, it just mentally and mechanically, it makes sense. You know what I mean? What profession? What are you talking about, change? What profession? My pet was asleep or something. Hey, William. It's good. Let's see. There's currently 1,393 people on, but this is slow time. In about 4 hours, it'll be well over 2,000, probably closer to 2,500, probably. Oh, no. Those are rocket car parts for a quest. There's a quest where you have to pick up these broken rocket car parts. So that's all that is. See, these are rocket car rubble. It's for a quest called Rocket Car Parts. I should have attacked the buzzard first. He's harder to find and out here. This is Shimmering Flats. I'm not in Deathless at the moment. I was in Deathless earlier, like yesterday, I think. But since my pet was so weak, like my pet was only like level 31, I kind of got out of there because my pets were getting beat up too much in Deathless, so I decided to level the pets up. And then when my pet gets back to closer to my level, then we'll head back to Deathless. Knock it out. Blue loot. I mean, this item? Maybe I don't know if you're talking about this item. And change, you're just kind of you're like out of left field. Just random out of left field comments. Profession? Deathless? Blue loot? Like, what? But yeah. Stop napping, Hopper. Grave of Speedwagon. Okay. Yeah, sleep. I wish I had sleep and could put people to sleep with my pet. That would be cool. My pet's sleeping on the job again. Wicked shoulders of the boar. Three shoulders. You used to play strategy games till you realize the new genre is PvP stomping over low suspenders. Yeah, that is the new thing. They're making games such that people basically can just swipe their credit card and progress faster and be more powerful than the players in the same game, you know? But I don't play those games. If I play a game where people can win by swiping their credit card, then I'm not going to play the game. Like, I've never played Diablo Immortal. I never will. Like, I'll never play, like, Genshin Impact. I played Lost Ark just out of sheer boredom, but I quit that after, I don't think I played it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I just quit because it was just one of those games where progression was really severely hampered unless you paid for convenience stuff, you know, specifically like the crafting, like the gathering. Like, you have only so much energy to gather, and of course when it's all out, guess how you can get more energy? You can go to the cash shop and buy these little like potions that you drink that give you more energy. You know, so it's just, and once I realized that's how that worked, I was like, yep, I'm not gonna play this game. Not gonna play this game anymore. Yeah. Yeah. His problem is MMOs haven't come up with a way to. MMOs haven't come up with a way lately to keep people playing the game, and the way to do it, I think, is pretty easy. You have to make the game really, really challenging, and you have to put really cool goals in the game that take players a long time to achieve, but they have to be fun. They can't just be grindy. They have to be, there has to be some mechanics or systems in place to make that, trying to attain that goal, fun. And we just don't have a lot of MMOs that are like that right now. A lot of them are based on, you just run the same shit over and over again to get, the gear, or you just do some sort of grindy mechanic, repetitive, boring quests to raise something, faction or something, just so you can get some sort of item. There we go. Finally, my pet's getting close. He's level 33. He's only 3 levels behind me now. Yeah, it's so funny. It's way too easy. MMOs are way too easy. They're childishly easy. 5-year-olds can play MMOs and complete the content. And it's just so funny that you see. I mean, there was an article This was mentioned in a stream. I think Asbigold was covering some stream, and he showed an article that talked about how MMOs need to bring back the challenge and difficulty. But what was interesting was that the article was from 2014. So that just goes to show you. I mean, it's been a problem in MMOs for a long time.
Greetings. Seeing you.
They've actually, and it hasn't. Like, it's funny. It's been a problem in MMOs for a long time, and it's gotten worse. You know, like from 2014 to now, it's just continually gotten worse. And now what they've done is they've made games where not only is it easy to level, but then when you get to end game, you just, if you want to just fly through end game content and get gear really quick, just swipe your credit card. You know, so it's just silly.
Off with you. How are you? Very good.
Honored, I'm sure. Very good.
Can I help you?
You have to make the content interesting. It can't just be repetitive. It's got to be there's got to be. I mean, you can have grinding mechanics and still have people want to play the game, right? But you have to put in things in the game, like you have to put in like little goals for players that are exciting and fun goals to achieve. And you also have to somehow put a system in the game that enables it so that people can strive to do really cool like content related progression that isn't the same. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to put in like a long quest chain that says, "Hey, you do this really long quest chain, get this really cool weapon, right?" And then the next time, then you re-roll, you create another new character, and you get to the same level, and guess what? It's the exact same quest chain. That starts to become really repetitive and boring. So how do you like make classes more dynamic? Well, you have to somehow randomize. There needs to be like basically a system where quests like basically like an AI. Like you need to build almost like an AI that takes into account the player and what the player's done and what the player's class is and what it basically has to look at, okay, well, this player's this class, and what has he done so far in the game, what storylines has he done, what factions is he a part of, and then the AI has to present with you really custom quest lines that are basically based around what you've done in the game so far. That way the quests are going to be a little bit more unique, and they're not going to be the same every time. That way if you level up a warrior, it's going to be different. The long quest chains for like maybe a really cool item is going to be completely different than the quest chain you did for like, let's say, a hunter. And even if you did a hunter twice, second time you did the hunter, the quest chain will be slightly different because that hunter hasn't done everything exactly maybe the same way that the first hunter's done. He doesn't have the same reputation, he hasn't done the same quests. They need to build stuff in the games that make the experience more unique, and it needs to be more tailored to each specific character. Oh yeah, the mallet. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. And that was cool. Like when you got the mallet for Zul'Farrak. I mean, that was a really cool thing because not everybody had it, right? So in vanilla, people were looking for people with the mallet, so they could summon the boss. Same thing with UBRS. One of the really cool, unique things also about vanilla was the UBRS key. Like you couldn't even get into UBRS until you had somebody open the door. So you either had to have somebody who had the key, or you had to have a rogue with lockpicking skill high enough that he could actually pick the door. And that was a money revenue for rogues. They could just stand at UBRS and say, "Hey, I'm selling lock. I'm selling the entrance to UBRS. Basically, I'll pick the lock for your group." And that was really cool, you know. But there has to be, and that's class identity, which is really important. So in MMOs, you have to have class identity. One of the things that Blizzard keeps screwing up is they keep homogenizing the classes. You know, and what I mean by that is they keep giving all the classes the same types of abilities, so the classes lose class identity. It's like, oh, I don't need a rogue. I can, any DPSer do, because there's nothing about a rogue that I have to have in this dungeon. I just need somebody that can do DPS. You know, so that's a bad thing. You should say, I need a rogue, because there's certain things in this dungeon that only a rogue can overcome. Maybe there's certain doors that we need. Maybe there's certain traps that need to be picked. You know, they need to be disarmed. And if we don't disarm them, we may not get past certain parts of the dungeon. You know, and I need a mage because there's certain encounters where we have to, sheep somebody, and I need a priest because even if we don't have a priest for healing, I need a priest because I need to mind soothe some mobs. You know, I mean, do things and construct things in the game that require classes with unique skills, that those skills have to be utilized for things to get accomplished, you know? Some of that was there in vanilla, like I said, with the rogue picking locks. In warlocks, so warlocks summoning was something that made warlocks really cool, because there were no summoning stones, right? But as the games got, as World of Warcraft got older and older, that stuff all just went away. They just said, "Oh, we don't care. We don't need summonings. We don't need summonings anymore because everybody can just, teleport right to the dungeon with the dungeon finder, And we don't need rogues to pick locks, UBRS, because UBRS doesn't require. It's just there's no door anymore. Just stupid shit like that. You didn't play any guilds, so you couldn't do a lot of UBRS. I did a ton of UBRS in vanilla in 2005, 4, and 5. That was always my favorite experiences in vanilla. Were LBRS, UBRS, and BRD. Some of my most fond memories were from doing that, and even Molten Core, like doing Molten Core. I was like the main pull. I pulled all the pulls with my hunter. So in my guild, when I was playing my hunter, I pulled all the groups up for the tank to start fighting. And I would distract pull the tank, and I would even use.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I would even use, Eyes of the Beast or whatever to use I would actually do pet pulls on Baron and stuff like that, so. Hey, Paul. Well, that's just part, that's just part of the things that need to be done. But there's so much more. There's like so many other things that need to be done to make MMOs great again. It's kind of like, it's not make America great again. Make MMOs great again. But that's just a part of it. There's guild housing. I think something should be in all MMOs. I think guild housing should be there. I think we need more tools around guilds. Yeah, I like kind of what Black Desert does to a certain degree, where you have to like sign like a contract in Black Desert to join a guild, and it would cost you money. You might have to like pay money to the guild, like guild fees, basically. So to be in a guild, you actually have to pay the guild money every month. And I think that's kind of neat. Crafting obviously needs to be a lot more important. The loot progression, the gear progression needs to be... There needs to be a very good variety of loot, but loot needs to be a lot more rare. Like, really good magical loot should be, in my opinion, should just be more rare in MMOs. It shouldn't just be tossed out left and right. And I think that if you do that and you make the loot drops off bosses and monsters a lot lower, like really low, that way when you get a loot drop, like say you get like a really cool green off a mob, and let's say that only happens like once every... I don't know. Let's say you're grinding mobs for like 6 hours. You might get like 3, maybe 2 or 3 greens in 6 hours. So that's it. Maybe you may not get any. That way, when you do get something, it's a lot more. You feel a lot more. You're a lot more excited about it. You're like, wow, I got this cool green item drop. You got to make it. The more rare it is, the more exciting it is when it actually happens. And then also, if you make the loot a lot more rare, then professions become a lot more important, because people will be using professions and enchanting to create, items that have abilities and stats that are better than normal items. So then professions becomes way more important. Oh yeah, I know Nihilium. Yeah, was fun on the horse side. That's cool. All right, we just need tortoiseshell, and I think we're done. Yeah. Well, I've always said that like loot should be extremely rare. Like when I played Lineage 2, like magical loot that dropped was pretty rare. Like you might grind mobs for 8 hours and get maybe one item would drop, maybe two, right? I mean, it was pretty rare. I mean, there would be like white items. So like if I killed, like let's say I killed some orcs for 8 hours, all I did was kill orcs over and over for 8 hours. I would get some white gear, like I'd get like a white sword or maybe some white mail armor. But during those 8 hours, I may only see like one item that drops that's actually of like a green quality that maybe has like, you know, special properties or is, you know, more powerful than just a regular white item. And that's the way it should be, you know. I mean, just for example, out here killing, I've only been playing for an hour and 19 minutes, and I've gotten like 4 or 5 greens. I think I've vendored like 3 already. I think I got another one in here somewhere, maybe not, but I've already gotten like 4 or 5 greens in just like an hour and 20 minutes, and to me that's entirely too many. I should have gotten like none, really. So I think gear should be a lot more rare. Yeah, there aren't too many brands like WoW for sure. Should get more blue items? No, it would be no. It shouldn't get more blue items. You should get less blue items. The rate of like epic drops and blue item drops in vanilla is fine, and I think that's fine. You know, because that's good. Because when a blue item drops, it's very rare. So how cool is it, Paul, when a blue item drops? You're like, oh man, look at this, a blue item. But that's the way it should be for any magic item. Like if a green item drops, you should be like, oh man, look at this green item. You know, it should be rare and exciting. Magic should be a very rare thing in the world, not a common thing in the world.
Alrighty then.
That's just my opinion.
Greetings. Off and away.
Pleased to meet you. Need assistance? Off and away. Here there. Off with you.
And I didn't even get a level out of this. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I didn't even get like a level. Normally I get at least a level out of this, especially when I'm on rest time. Kind of surprising.
Peace, friend.
How may I help? Good luck, friend.
My bags are a mess as always. I just spent 10 gold for another bag slot. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. How? Didn't I turn that quest in? Yeah, I guess so. Why is... I'm just wondering why this venom is still in my inventory. Weird. Now I have a whopping 6 gold. Alright, anyways, guys, I gotta get back to bed. It's almost 5 in the morning, so I'm gonna get a little bit of sleep before I go to work. We're almost level 30. Let's see. Almost level 37. And so we have some options. I mean, I still need to complete Desolace. You know, I still have some quests in Desolace I need to do. But I still want to get my pet, you know, up to my level. He's only 33, so I'd like to get him up to 36. Anyways, that's it for now. I hope you guys are having a good night, man. And I will... Tomorrow's Friday. Actually, it is Friday already. It's 4:51 a.m. on Friday, so happy Friday. Talk to you guys later, man. Peace out.